Hi, and welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 61.
Hello, my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, Fitbit, and just about everywhere else.
I'm Marlisha. I'm also known as Lady Fernico on Ravelry and on Fitbit and on Plurk, and as Shadowlight or Shadowlight 1 on most of my writing sites.
Welcome, of course.
Welcome to all our new and returning viewers.
Grab yourself something to eat or drink. We did, and then nearly dumped the chai tea all over the place.
Because she's so talented.
Well, we don't have a lot of... the table in front of us is really taken up by stuff, so we aren't able to put anything on the table. We have her tea on a little step stool at our feet.
It's a firm. Those of you who are familiar with workout videos, I do a lot of the firm, or did in the past, and it's one of their steps, part of their step.
But it got dumped over because we don't have a table in here, not a real table. You know what I might consider in the future is grabbing my other TV table and setting it up in front of this one.
Well, it depends on how high it is.
And
you don't want
the drinks
to be. It doesn't. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Well, it is a big deal if we know.
Oh, but Michelle, I figured out how to do iced chai tea, so this summer I won't have to give up my chai tea. That's just for Michelle because she wanted to know. I'm sure she did.
I thought you actually had a conversation with her instead of.
Well, I had the conversation with her after the podcast.
In retroactive, so by the time she actually sees the podcast, you might have already had the conversation with her.
It just is. In a time-space continuum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about time-space continuum, I got
Dark and Bloody.
Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. I actually own the comic and didn't realize I owned the comic until after I watched the movie. So I watched the movie. Very interesting concept. And for everyone who's familiar with the Flash, there's a lot of time travel in his storylines, and this covers one of the time travels. He time travels, creates a new reality which is a lot darker than his own reality. It's not ruining too much, whoopsie,
You're having issues today.
To let you know that Wonder Woman and Aquaman are basically trying to destroy the world between the two of them.
It's a very dark, very...
But the twists are very clever.
The story is very good. It is not for children.
No, it is not.
It is not for children.
And actually, if you listen to the interviews of the people who make it, they say as much. They're like, don't take your kids to this. This is...
I would have second thoughts about taking even young teens to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very violent.
It's dark, violent comedy.
And the violence is a little more graphic than we're used to for superheroes.
They're a little more graphic than the comic itself is too.
Yeah. But
it's very well done. The
storyline's good.
It's very fascinating.
That's not what you're here for.
No, it's not. You're here for the knitting and the crocheting. How many projects do you have? 2. Oh, I guess I need to start off. I guess I will start off with this. This is Disco Nights. That's the name on the project page. The pattern is Tortellino by Valentina Coschiani. I'm using US 2s and Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Fingering in the Neon Lights colorway. And it's bunching a little bit because I'm only using a 24 for my cable. But the colors are showing up. The cables always have a little bit of difficulty showing up.
If you look closely at it, it looks like an EKG.
Not quite.
It looks like one to me.
I hope not, because then they're in VTAC. No, they're in VFib. They're in VFib, if that's the case. And we really don't want them in VFib.
Yes. Well, I don't know what it looks like. That's what it reminds me of. Only prettier.
Well, this would be a shockful rhythm.
Well, that's good, right?
Well, it's bad that they're in the rhythm in the first place.
Better than the other one.
Relatively.
The one that you can't shock.
Asystole means they're dead.
Okay, that's what I
said. So, yes, if you have this rhythm on your heart, you have issues.
Well, no one's doubting that.
But, no.
Yeah.
It's very pretty. It'll be for Davina.
She's very excited about that.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
This has become my purse knitting. Because it's fairly mindless.
How many do you
have?
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, keep going. I'll do another one after this. We only have 2.
Oh, okay.
We are conferring because this is really we weren't sure we were going to podcast today because Talia's friends were supposed to come either today or tomorrow. We didn't know when. We thought it would be today, and things being what they are, they couldn't make it today or might make it later today or whatever.
No, they won't be able to.
They won't be able to make it today. Tomorrow. So I wasn't quite ready.
Yeah. Well, this has become my purse knitting. The sweater I was making for Mom, which was my purse knitting, got ripped out about a week or 2 ago.
She doesn't love me.
No, I hate you. I wasn't enjoying the pattern overly much. I think I made some pretty vital mistakes, and I was like, you know what? Let me resalvage the yarn. I'll put it to some other use. Mm-hmm. I just wasn't enjoying the idea of sewing together the pieces for not only one sweater for that pattern, but 2 because it was a twin set. So I'll make something else, something pretty with that yarn at some other point in time. Besides, it gave me an excuse to cast on other sweaters.
Well, she needs more red sweaters. At least mine broke up the red. Because it was blue. 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 No, not him. Blue.
He is blue.
Yes, he is.
And this is in my pig bag. And sorry, that the little silent tea conversation was just special.
Yeah, but they don't have to have yellow on it.
Yeah. We're referencing a character first. I have a page. There we go. Okay, next one I want to show. I guess I will show Legolas next. I think it's this stuff.
Yeah, she wore Legolas in the creepy llama bag.
It's not creepy.
Creepy llama bag.
Look at that poor little llama face. Look what she's calling creepy. And it's by Cloverbird. Actually, this is my second Cloverbird bag. I think all of my things are in Cloverbird bags.
She just had an update. You gotta check it out if you like her bags.
Yep.
Good stuff. Shameless plug and promotion for Cloverbird.
My Green Lantern Notions bag. Hal. Who, by the way...
Don't tell them. Don't tell them.
It doesn't matter who he voices.
Oh, okay. Just don't tell them what happened.
No. He's voiced by Nathan Fillion in Flashpoint.
Wow.
And for all you geeks out there, that's Nathan Fillion of Castle and of Firefly. And if you really want to go way back in his career, he was the boyfriend in Blast from the Past. That Brendan Fraser had the fight with.
Yes.
That was
bugging Alicia
Silverstone. That was him. And he also voices someone in one of the Halo games. Anyway.
Now that you've had your geek.
Oh, and he's in Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Bar.
Are you quite finished?
Not remotely.
Not even remotely. Get it right.
Was it not even remotely?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for it. It doesn't quite sound right. No, I think it's not remotely. I think that's the quote. Princess Bride. Is it not even remotely or not remotely?
Unless he does it twice, because he's such a arrogant little soul.
Because they're talking about...
Well, they're sitting at the table.
They're sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And I think Wesley does ask him if he's finished, and he's like, not remotely. I think it is not remotely. Not even... Not
I don't know. I'd have to go back and check it. I haven't seen Princess Bride in a while, so I have to check it out.
Anyway.
That'd be a good excuse to watch the movie again. Inconceivable.
So, this is the Vivian pattern by Osada Teague. I'm doing the size 36, which is appropriate for the yarn I'm using and the gauge I have and everything like that. I'm using US 9 Knit Picks Interchangeable with circulars. The pattern calls for bulky weight yarn, but I was advised when I first started knitting this sweater to go down a yarn weight. And as I was a new knitter, I listened to the advice I was given, and I had to go up in needle size. And I liked the fabric, so it worked out well. I'm using Stonehenge fiber milled shepherd's wool in a blue spruce colorway.
Which is very pretty.
It is. I am on row 81. Well, yeah, row 81 on the back.
It reminds me very strongly of the Elven Forest.
And I was flipping through, saw the pattern pages of different people for the sweater, and I saw a bunch of red ones. And I was like, ooh, I wish I was making a red one. I'm like, snack, I don't need another red sweater.
All she could do is ask me. I would have snacked her. She wouldn't have to snack herself.
So, just a warning, I have notes on my project page, but pay attention to the errata. You will end up needing to, once you hit row 80. The errata becomes very important, especially in the cable charts.
This is bottom up?
It is bottom up. You can see I'm starting to do, I did my decreases for the waist, now I'm doing my increases to go back up again. There's the back, all the pretty cables. I'm very happy with it. It feels like I'm making progress.
It looks like you're making progress. It's very pretty.
There was a period of time where it felt like it was going nowhere. Now it seems to be going quickly, so that's good. A very enjoyable pattern. I wish there was a little less errata, but I am enjoying it, and it is a. She does design a pretty sweater. So, yes, I look forward to this being done, even though it's almost 2 years in the making. It's more like a year and a half in the making. So yeah, now it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Before I get into my projects, I did want to do a quick plug for the Podiversary Cal. It is started. Thread is open. We have a small trickle of whips in there, including mine and Nicole's, scarves, etc. So please put your whip in for the week if you have something to show. We'd love to see it. If you have a finished object already, I'm impressed. I'd like to see that too. But anyway, it is open and we'd like to see it. Please let us see what your progress is if you have something to show, no matter how small it is by the end of the week. Excuse me. My first thing I'm going to show you is my Lady Blue sweater. I didn't do a whole lot on this. I was kind of monogamous today. This week? Yes, there we go again. They're going to start playing that one. Come on. I did work on this. This is, I don't think the word is dichotomous, but...
Oh, talking about they're going to, music being stuck.
No, don't go there yet. No. I don't want to hear about it. We're not going to stuck in a zombie right now. No.
It's their fault.
No.
Ah, it's so stuck in my head.
We'll talk about them later. Because
Maybe it won't be stuck in my head at that point.
Yes. They're in trouble. But anyway, this is, I did do about...
It's really working out very well. It's starting to look like a sweater.
I think I've done about, what, 5 or 6 inches
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure where you are.
I put it on and my husband says, oh yeah, it looks like a sweater.
It doesn't even just look like a bolero anymore.
Yeah.
It actually kind of looks like a short sweater right now. Like it comes about here.
Yeah. I think it has another maybe 6 or maybe even more than 6 or 8 inches. It's going a little bit slowly, but I think it's a cross between the fact that I'm not working on it as intensely as I was before. I have to find where my yarn is. There it is. I'm working on it not quite as intensely as I was before because of the other project I will show you after she's done. And because it's got single and double crochet alternating. It has a row of single crochet and then a row of double crochet. And the single crochet, because it is single crochet, just goes kind of slow. And it's not really giving away anything. I mean, it's just single crochet and double crochet. So anyway, I'm having fun with this. I am looking forward to finishing it, hopefully before the retreat in September, so I can wear it. It is by, it's the Eyelet Yoke cardigan pattern by Linda Perman, and I'm using sport weight Brava Sport weight yarn. This is Brava Sport weight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm using an F hook. And I did go down a couple of hooks, and I did go down a yarn. It called for a worsted weight.
And those of you who are not familiar with the Brava yarns, that's a Knit Picks yarn.
Yes, I'm sorry, this is a Knit Picks yarn. And it is very nice yarn. It's very soft yarn, and it drapes fairly well. So I'm enjoying it.
And that will be into my next one. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was just in a slightly, I had to pay a little more attention there. Okay, there. Next one I'm going to talk about is my CF poncho, which is I guess in the Batman bag.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry, that just makes me laugh.
Well, also considering what it makes me think of as well.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
More story references, I'm sorry.
Well, also, the other thing makes me think about the thing that the poncho itself makes me think of.
Oh, right. That's that. Yeah. You'll find out in a second.
So this is the Cloverbird.
Just take a look at it and see what you think of.
So, I have made my color change. Let me take this off. And well, first of all, let me go through the details. This is a Sia poncho, which is, the pattern name is Amalfi Poncho by Anne McDonald Kelly. It comes from Knit Scene. That is the fall 2013 one.
Keep going, I forgot my magazines.
If you knock over the tea, it won't be my fault. Actually, I'll be very peeved if you knocked over the tea at this point. Keep going. I'm looking for what I'm looking for. Let's see. And my useful co-host wandered away. Usually she's supposed to blather while I'm searching for stuff, but instead she chose from there it is. This is what it looks like in the magazine. It's a wavy poncho. It's chevrons. So there, that's what you're looking at there. In spite of what it looks like, it really only calls for 2 colors, which is that the yarn she uses are variegated. So that being said,
Excuse me.
No.
My back. There. You got tea all over me.
You got tea over you.
Did not that.
There it is. Now, am I alone in thinking it?
Let the geeks look at it first.
So
what does it remind you of? Think superheroes.
It's a fun seriously reading it.
It is reading. I don't care.
Okay, we'll ignore it. So, no telling? No telling?
Yeah, well, no, you could tell. I just don't want to give a chance.
Have all the geeks, put on their geek caps? So,
what does it remind you of?
What do the geek caps think of? Well, not the person in the front.
Not the
front. That one. There. Wonder Woman. It doesn't really look like Wonder Woman there.
Yeah, it's the wrong costume in that one because it's showing the other one. But
does that not make you think of Wonder Woman? That is completely unintentional.
Yeah, because you can see the W.
Yeah. So that was unintentional.
Which is funny considering it's Sia.
Yeah. Although I guess it does also look like Flash's.
Yes, but Flash's. Yeah.
See, kind of looks like Flash's belt.
Yeah, but you don't really think of that when
you look at it, you think of Wonder Woman when you do a Flash. So it could be either Sia or Wonder Woman or Flash. So there's my poncho so far. Last time,
all the little fringes.
Yes, I'm not gonna have fun weaving all the ends. Last time I think I had just started the gold. I'm not surprised at the colors. Let's see. US 7 needles, Yarn Bee Soft Secret, and colorways red and honey. So the honey gold color I just started last time. As you can see, I've started another red repeat. So there we go.
Very nice.
I know that it'll eventually grow, but or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Shrink.
Who knows? There. But it's fairly boring knitting, which is good. It's garter stitch. Actually, it's the first time I've worked anything completely in garter stitch. I wasn't sure at first I liked the fabric. Now I just wish it was done because I'm chilly and I want to wear it. And it's very much my colors. Your turn.
You have another one, or?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay. My last whip is for the Potiversary. It's where's my bag? Oh, here it is. It's my Alberiani shawl, which is the one skein shawl pattern by Clara Parks, and actually it is a knitted one. I changed my mind with my project. I was going to make a stuffed toy, and I decided not to.
Because it wasn't going to show the colors very well.
Yeah, and I started this not too long. We scanned it up, caked it up right after the podcast last
But
week.
it took you like a day or two to get started.
Yeah, I don't think I've been doing this more than about 3 or 4 days. And I've already put in 2 lifelines. I've already got to the color change for the kind of periwinkle, and I don't know if you can see the color changes. With them kind of going from a blue, I don't know, it's not a very good color.
I'll try backing up a bit. There, the colors are showing up a little better now.
Yeah, I think you can see a little bit.
I think you were just too close as well.
You can see the blue where the
it's a very subtle shade.
You see where the second lifeline is, the top one. You can start seeing the periwinkle there, but it's starting to get into the purples now, because right here is one first set of blue, and then there's another kind of blue that ends about here, and then it goes into the periwinkle.
It's very subtle gradation, so that's why I was having difficulty picking it up.
And this, I am 1 row from being where I have to be to do the bind off, and we'll do the edging and do the bind off. I don't want to do that yet, so I'm going to keep going. It's because it's essentially a recipe pattern. It's not really like this is the pattern. This is how you do a basic shawl. In some ways, it's very similar to the Setna. This is where I'm at right now. I want to get through at least half of the red, and I'll do the edging in the red as well. So I'm not very good at judging for knitting because I'm a new knitter, but you can see where I'm at with the blue, and I'm going into the purple, and then I have the red. So I'll just keep going. I'll ask Ty to help me judge it a little bit because I'm not used to it, until such time as I use up all the yarn. And this it's very stretchy, so I think it's going to block out really well. I will block it fairly aggressively because I like my shawls a little larger. It's nice and soft, and it feels like it's going to be warm. So I'm having fun with it. I didn't think I would because it is so similar to the Sedna that I thought maybe it would get boring. But the bigger, I'm using 10.5-inch circulars on a 40. I think it's 40-inch cord, and it makes a lot of difference. I tried it. The pattern actually calls for 15s, and I tried it with 11s or 12s. I think I tried it with the 13s. I didn't have the 13s yet. I tried with the 13 takumis. I don't like takumis, so that didn't work very well. And the fabric to me was too open. I probably should have kept going to see if I liked it, but I like this fabric, well enough, and I think that it will block out fairly large anyway. So Kimberly did a great job with the yarn. I'm really loving it. It's great on my hands. It's very soft, and it's going to block really well, I think.
Which leads me into another Kimberly yarn project. And it's in my TARDIS bag, another silverware bag. It's my project's called Black Cherry, in parentheses, because I need yet another red sweater. And this is the Miss BB pattern by Julia Stanfield. I'm sorry, that's wrong. The wrong person attributed. I jumped ahead. It's a BB pattern by Bonnie Marie Burns. I'm using US 8 and US 6 needles, and I'm using Kimberly R's Merino Cashmere Nylon Aran weight yarn in the Black Cherry colorway.
Well, she's looking for that. This is also a Ploverbird bag, and the owl bag that I showed you, not the owl bag, the Sarah bag is a Knit My Bag bag by Lois. Lois, who's also having updates.
So,
it looks so pretty. I guess this was the back picture. Okay. They have one that just.
That is the sweater I'm making. It's more like a jacket. I'm making the size 36. And I'm not really making adjustments to the pattern. I'm just going to knit it as it tells me to. It's in pieces. I don't think that's giving away too much. That's part of why I decided I didn't want to do too much adjustments. It's
Too much math.
Yeah. So, I'm alternating skeins for this. I asked a bunch of y'all's advice on Instagram, on Clerk. I bothered Snooks on Facebook.
Poor Snooks.
And you all said the same thing. Yeah, you probably should alternate skeins. So I'm alternating skeins.
You forgot to ask Kathy.
I think
We love Kathy.
Kathy saw my my post.
I love Kathy. She makes me laugh.
Because she liked it on Instagram. But
She's such a sweetheart.
I lost my little thing.
Watch it. You're poking me in the eye.
No, I'm not.
What are you looking for?
My thingy.
And that's very descriptive.
Okay. 3 different bags for alternating skeins. I'm alternating every row. I had 6 balls of yarn, which I each divided, and I caked all them up, and then I divided each of those balls into 3 cakes, and then just mixed and mashed all over the place. When I finish with these 3 balls, I'll start my next set of 3. So, I think I'm actually pulling a Lindsay here. Didn't realize I was. But, well, I thought I was at the end of my row. Yes, obviously not. Okay. Hold on there.
Or is this Kimberly's yarn as well, right?
This is Kimberly's yarn. I think I said that. I'll just have to balance 3 bags while I'm showing this off. I didn't realize that I was in the wrong row. So, it is Beautymas.
Now I have to pull back a little bit. Kind of hard to see the red because we have a kind of a pinkish back. Well, we have a gray background. You should be able to see it.
Well, I think the problem is also not very far along.
And also your sweater's red.
Yeah. But it doesn't help that I'm like balancing. You can see the different shades of the red coming out a little bit.
And the dark that looks like black is actually a very dark
It's a very
red.
dark red.
It's almost a blood red.
It's okay, no, you can fall a little bit without hurting anything.
Well, I didn't want to get in the tea.
Yeah. So it has been quite fun to work. Alternating skeins is not quite as bad as I was afraid it would be. It's not the most portable way to knit, but that's okay. If I work 1 or 2 projects where I'm alternating skeins, then work a few where I'm not, I'll be okay. But I'm enjoying this. I'll work on this some more tonight, along with the Vivian. So, because I need another red sweater. I was dying to cast something on with that. Mom bought me this pattern when I had credit card issues. Someone got a hold of my credit card information again. So, I don't know how this is happening, because I still have my credit card. It's really annoying. So,
it happened last time we went down the hill. I think we talked about it in the last podcast.
Yeah.
So it hasn't happened again since.
No. It's just, this is the 4th time this year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really annoying. Although the
last
this
time
is
the 2nd time this year, but the 4th card.
Yeah, the 4th card this year.
And I don't know, they've targeted our family because we had 2 of our cards done, and Ty's had 4 of hers.
At least this time, they've only hit 1 of my cards, and not all 3. Knock on wood. So, that is all for whips. Any FOs?
Nope.
I do.
No foes.
Well, one is a semi. You've seen this before, but I added the buttons. I was going to give this to Elis today when she and James came to visit, but hopefully they'll be coming to visit tomorrow and I can give it to her then. And there's the little buttons.
Very cute little buttons. Little owl buttons.
And these are very annoying to attach because, as you can see, there's a little...
Yeah.
It's not that it's broken, it's just...
Well, it's a little point.
A little point has...
Oh, yeah.
A little area where thread can get caught. And I can't really show it very well on the podcast.
It's like a little groove. Indentation or something.
No, you can't see it. Well, you can kind of see it. You see that line on where the color's meeting up here? There's like
It's almost like
there's
they
actually
glued it.
yeah, and those things that's where they glued it, and thread can easily slip in there, and it's on all the buttons. I'm not sure if I would order from this particular person for buttons again, just because that is really annoying, and also the attachment's really weird. Like the attachment for the buttons on the lower end, so this adds a lot of play room on the top. I prefer the holes to be in the middle of the button, so it's equally.
It's a pretty button though.
It is a pretty button. It's very cute and looks good on the sweater. So, look forward to giving this to you guys. Then swatches. I finished the sweater I'm wearing last week, and then after I did that, I was like, well, I was afraid to wash it, even though it said machine washable, machine dryable. And I hemmed and I hawed, and I asked a bunch of people advice, and then I just went ahead and knit myself a swatch, washed it and dried it, and it's fine. It's not felted. The cable's holding up really well. So I'll be able to wash this on gentle and dry it on gentle and be just fine. And you can use that for a coaster or something. So cute. The only reason why it's curving a little bit is because of cables.
Make a nice square. Too bad it's not bigger, you know. You
Yeah.
put your square with your. Wouldn't go very well with your rose. Not because Rosebob. Oh, it's all Rosebob's
It's all
fault.
Rosebob's fault. Then my other swatch, the one that I did for my black cherry sweater. That's just marking off the 4 inches. I got gauge exactly with exact needles for like the first time ever. I got stitch and row gauge. I never get both. Booyah. Kasha.
Sounds funny when you say it. Sounds weird when you say it.
Sounds weird when you say it.
I don't
Okay.
it.
So there it is. And you can actually see the colors a little better this way.
Yeah, you can.
But I did not alternate schemes for this. And this helped me determine what buttons I'm going to use.
And that's part of stashing here.
That's part. Well, no, these are old.
Oh, they are? Okay.
I got this back with when I was trying to figure out what I was going to use for the holo.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
So I think that'll go very nicely.
That'll be pretty. Monochromatic, almost.
Well, I didn't really want, because this is such a variegated yarn, or tonal yarn, I really didn't want something that made the buttons pop out too much. I wanted the buttons to kind of blend in. Mm-hmm. So that works very nicely. And I already have them. So
they're pretty. It's a win-win.
Oh, and other finish objects.
Isn't that pretty?
I finished my Zuzu's Petals with the Pinhook and Needles colorway.
Which means you have to post it in the...
Well, now I can. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to post it before the podcast, even though I've put it everywhere else. Yeah, don't ask me to be logical. So it's blocked very nicely. I blocked it aggressively.
Now her yarn is the I don't know what yours is called. Mine is the Gaia. Hers is something else.
Yeah, mine is Kona Superwash Worsted Merino. That's the base, and it took the colors a lot more vibrantly.
I'll show you.
So even though we have the same yarn,
but you can see the difference in the blues. Well, let me get the right part of the blue here. Bottom here. You can see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually quite striking. Mine's just a lot more jewel tone, which is awesome because I love jewel tones. But very much my colors. Very happy with it. Wish there was more red, but it turned out beautifully. And you can still see the red up here. I just have to arrange it properly. I was afraid I'd run out of blue. I was afraid by the time the pattern finished, I'd have too much of the last color left over. So I wanted to use all my red, which is why I started with the red. Hence, you don't get to see as much of the red. And that was my own fault.
Which is the same reason that I started with the blue on the bottom, so I can see it.
And this is all I have left of the yarn.
After weaving in.
It was a race to the finish kind of thing. I barely had enough for bind off. I added 3 extra rows to this pattern, and
they were lace rows, weren't they?
2 were lace rows.
I mean, it's not like this up here was down here.
Well, one was here-ish. So added 3 rows and was very lucky I had enough yarn. I was debating pulling something from my stash for bind off because I was like, I might not have enough for bind off.
And we are keeping in mind red yarn for me in case I need to have extra. Hopefully I will luck out as well.
Yes.
But
there we go.
Very nice. Like it.
That's all for faux.
Okay. We talked about the Potterversary thing already.
Stash enhancement. Writing.
I wanted to do one. Well, I guess I don't have to. I was going to say about Anastasia's, but I guess I don't have to.
What about Anastasia?
I do have one. I'm kind of focused on finishing things right now, but you all know that I love Anastasia knits, patterns, Anastasia Patel. She's constantly coming out with new patterns, so you might want to check her out. And she's going to be having a calc. I think it's a cal. I think some of her patterns and her fellow podcaster that she's working with.
She doesn't podcast.
I think it's a podcast. Fellow
designer.
They're doing something, I think it starts in August and goes through October, that we use their patterns. And so I wanted to do one of her patterns anyway for my blue and silver yarn. I'm only going to be using 2 of the yarns, not the 2 blues and the silver, just one of the blues and the silver, for one of her patterns. And it's called the Scrap Shawl. And this is what it looks like.
It's very pretty.
I love the shape of it. It's not like I don't have enough of Anastasia's things on my hooks already. I have 2 or 3 projects of hers on my hooks already, but that's okay because I want to do this one now. So, the yarn color I'm going to be using, this is my Zarina yarn.
It's also Yarn Bee.
Also Yarn Bee. The counterpart to Talia's Sia in our story.
And hers, so it's Yarn Bee.
It's Yarn Bee Soft Secrets in the mist and in the bright blue. Okay. My main color will be this, and this will be the secondary color. I was debating whether or not to use the 3rd color, and I decided that it would look too much like a mistake if I did. So I'm going to use this for the main color, this for the main stripe, and this for the contrasting stripe. So, and it's not like it has any specific stripes because it really is a scrap shawl, but I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. It's the only thing I really want to start up again until I finish some things, but yeah, I'm excited about that. In fact, I've even put Mel's Mystery Cal on my back burner right now because I just don't have time to get to something with so much new material that I have to learn. I want to do it. I am going to do it, just not now. So that was my next on the needles.
Well, let's roll right into stash enhancement.
Okay, well, what do you have?
Heat. Alright. I'm going to start with the Hobby Lobby stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'll start with too. So you go ahead and start and I'll do mine.
We went button shopping for Mom's blue sweater. And I came away with buttons just for stash. Well, first I came away with zippers. Made sure I got separating zippers this time. They didn't have green, so I went with black. I think that'll blend into Vivian okay. Got several different sizes. You aren't going to be paying attention to the zipper anyway. Then I just got different buttons, sweater worths of buttons, because I have no self-control. Let's see. That's the same. That's the same. Oops. That's the same. Okay, I have all different ones. Got 4 different kinds of buttons. I just dropped them back in the bag because you don't need to see 5 different kinds of the same buttons. This. And I have no particular sweaters in mind. I just like the buttons. This.
Now this one I looked at for my sweater and decided against it primarily because I didn't have enough.
Yeah. And then...
And I looked at this one as well. And I decided that one was too bright.
So.
I wanted that one in a cream if I could have found it.
I have a bunch of different options for buttons in the future.
Okay, is that all your Hobby Lobby?
Yes.
Okay, my Hobby Lobby, I got... I'll show you my buttons in a minute, but I got some point protectors for my needles because I couldn't find any for my tins. All of them are small. So I got that. You don't really need to see that. It's just point protectors. I got, this kind of made me laugh.
I actually don't care for them too much.
No.
I try them.
Yeah, we'll have to see. These are labels for your
they're very fragile.
Yeah, for your cords, and so you know what needles you're using. And I haven't used them yet. They do look fragile, but they weren't that expensive. They were $5 for the whole set. If I don't like them, I won't use them, and I'll go back to using something else if I have to. So, but I thought I'd like to try that. My buttons,
good needles. You just use your
yeah. My buttons, I had to have 10 buttons for my sweater, and this is what I finally decided on.
I don't think that's gonna help more, because it's up against white background. There we go.
And it goes with. I'm going to put this up against behind you so they can kind of get an idea. Can you see it all right?
Yeah, I think so. It's good. It's gonna get.
So that's what I decided. Well, I did not go with the idea of doing metal buttons, but these are really nice. They have kind of an interesting design on them. Almost makes me think of hearts.
Yeah.
Or butterflies or something, and they can be washed, which is nice. And I mean, I'm keeping my eye out. I've been going to the vintage buttons place on Etsy to see what I can find, but the trouble is finding anything vintage with 12 buttons. You know, I don't need 12, I need 10. But so, and these are 1/2 inch buttons, and I'm really excited about it because I like them. That was my Hobby Lobby expenses.
And that leads us into the bookstore.
And then I have nitpicks after that.
Well, then you go ahead because you have more than I do.
All right, I'll start with the bookstore. No, I'll start with nitpicks because bookstore will take longer.
Okay.
I have a nice set of nitpicks that either Talia or my husband got me for Christmas this year. They did not have size 13 and size 15. I didn't know they had size 17 needles until I was looking. I didn't buy the 17, but I bought the 13 and the 15. Nitpicks, interchangeable needles, which I love.
I'm interested in seeing if this has the size on it.
This is my 15. She has my 13.
So I know the metal ones are starting to write the size on it. Let me see the wooden ones are. Yeah, see right there.
Oh, awesome! Great.
Nitpicks is starting to mark their
needles.
Their needles, and you can't really see it there, but.
And then I got a 40-inch cord.
So right there is where they're marking their needles.
Yeah, I got the 40-inch cable, a 47-inch cable, a 32, and a 60-inch cable. Okay. That's really weird. The 60-inch cable's in a smaller package than the 47. Go figure. So I have now every size cable I could possibly want, except for the smaller sizes, which I don't normally use. And I guess I have 2 of each.
Yeah, there's packs usually come with 2.
Yeah, so I got these from Nitpicks last week. They came in the mail. I ordered them about a week and a half ago. They came in really quick. And
she uses primarily the wood ones. I use primarily the metal ones.
I love my Nitpick needles. I have not yet.
We both use Nitpick.
Yeah, I don't have enough confidence yet to try the metal.
You see, I didn't like the metal ones either when I first started. I had to wait till I've been knitting for a little bit.
Because even my sock ones that I got for Mel's little class thing she was doing, those are wood. They're just not interchangeable because you don't get them interchangeable.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm in the middle of pro.
All right, I'll go.
We can go every other.
Yeah, we can go every other. We went to the bookstore. Well, I have 3 magazines. 2 are from the bookstore, and 1 is from Martin's.
I thought you showed the one. Oh no, this is a new one.
It's a brand new one, yeah. This one is actually from. This one's actually from England, I believe. Okay, this is Love Crochet, and I meant to go through and mark it. There's some really cute things in this magazine. Not a whole lot, but enough that I wanted to.
Oh, Mom, did you show the owls? Show the owls.
I made this owl.
Oh.
This is my chubby owl pattern.
I didn't realize it was your chubby owl.
Yeah, this is my.
Because yours turned out so thin.
Tall and thin. That was gifted to me by.
You need to make another one that's fatter.
Yeah, I might do that. Well, I always want to make another one because Daddy likes it.
Because it's so thin, it's not.
I actually
really
like this
cute.
sweater. I don't know. I don't like quite the way it fits on her, but it's cute.
I think they made it too tight.
I think they made it too tight on her.
And I don't care for the lace on top.
It's a Peter Pan collar. It's an old-fashioned outfit. I don't like that color. To me, I don't, and I know that I'm going to irritate some people, but I don't see the point in something quite this thick around my neck because you can't get it close enough to really warm you up, and because it's up. I guess if it's really cold, you put it over your face a little bit. But I just don't care for that kind of. This is what I'm laughing at. It's a very snooty dog. He's got his nose up in the air. It made me laugh. It made me happy. Okay, but that's not what I was looking at in here. Let's see.
Keep an eye on time.
Yeah.
We're gonna run a bit long.
Yeah, we have a lot to show this time. But we had so many that were shorter. That's the poncho I'm looking at. I'm not sure about the buttons, but let's see. Some of the stuff I like is for kids. I wish I knew how to upsize things. I like this sweater. And apparently it takes 8 yarns.
It looks like it.
And I just love it.
Have fun.
The weaving end of ends will be absolutely horrendous.
Remember, Polly says that you enjoy doing this thing.
Polly. Poor Polly. His name gets taken in vain.
That's not quite what he said either.
No, it isn't. We're taking his name in vain because he's such a good sport. He really is.
He probably doesn't even remember the reference.
No, he probably doesn't. And that's okay. His socks came out really nice.
Yes, they did. I really like his socks.
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't think there's anything else in this one to show. If you want to try yours next.
Okay, you sure you're done?
Yeah, this is horrendous.
Let me grab a quick drink. Because I'd be thirsty.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one that sold me on the book. I like that. I think it's awfully pretty. You have to wear it over something, like maybe a cami or something, or a t-shirt. But I think that's really pretty.
Okay, first one at random. I think this might actually be U.S. Creative Knitting. This is the. I'm just gonna try to find what was the release date that is autumn 2013.
Yeah, this one's summer 2013.
So, oh, that's funny.
What?
Uh,
I see knitting everywhere.
yes.
Oh, that's great.
Just seeing knitting everywhere. That's just an article, and it made me giggle.
Don't forget the rugs on the back.
Oh yeah.
Or the wallpaper, whatever that is.
Just now that you knit, you see knit on everything. Even though,
Which is very true.
well, I bought as soon as I see a cabled sweater or any sort of sweater out anymore, I'm like staring at it, particularly cabled sweaters.
I'm sorry. Daniela, here's your crown. We can enlarge it. That's for Daniela. Caffeinated Gert. We have to make sure we ear burn her. Her crown.
Make sure you write notes, because I'm not going to remember to ear burn all these people if someone tells me to.
You don't remember to put in the show notes.
Hi, home. Hi. Okay, so as if I ever use straights anyway. This portion says, forget the straight needle, and talk about working back and forth cardigans on circulars. I'm like, I do that anyway. Because I've actually, confession time, I've never used straight needles. Ever. Everything has been circular needles. I've used EPNs, but I've never used straights. And I have no intention to start. The Meridian jackets. Love it! Isn't that cute?
Is that the one with the flap?
No.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So that's cute. Probably wouldn't be good for me, but it's really cute. Okay for that. I'm on a cable kick right now. I see cables everywhere, and
You see dead people everywhere?
I don't get this. I really don't get the 2 buttons at the bottom. I know some people might. I just don't get that.
Well, that's the same thing with that other thing I showed you last week with the one that can be a cardigan or it can be a. I don't understand that.
It's just not my style, I guess. This is kind of pretty.
Yeah, it is.
little caplets.
So you can see we have not really
Looked
through these in time to do the podcast because, like I said, we were not prepared for today.
When are we ever prepared?
Well, we're a little more prepared than this.
No, we aren't.
Normally.
Don't say it. We never.
I am.
Prepared. You are prepared. I agree.
I am.
Okay. Here's another pretty. And I'm talking about the sweater.
Sure you are. Okay, so. Oh.
Here's your baby.
Karen.
Well, I was not going to say that. I was going to say that here's your baby dose of baby.
Oh, dose of baby. That. I guess you couldn't make one of those for a boy. I mean, she could, but just put a little hood and make it Robin Hood.
But yes, that's this one. Your turn. Okay,
my other one here. I don't quite get this. And there's another one that's kind of weird. This one.
What did you pick this one up for, then?
Well, I picked it up for. I wanted to start with what I didn't get before I went into what I liked. I like this one. I think I would take half of the open work and just go straight across, so there's only like maybe the top three.
Yeah.
The top three open work. I don't like that much open work. So I would probably take off all but the top two rows. So you'd have like 3 little open work pieces, possibly the 4th one. But I like that sweater. It's actually a t-shirt. This is kind of nice, but I would want to put sleeves on it. It's called the Darjeeling Vest, and it's a long sweater. And it only has 2 buttons, so I would put more buttons on it too, I think. Or maybe a zipper. This is really cute, but I would put longer sleeves and make it just a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see it really well. I like those for over my dresses. I wouldn't wear it as a shirt necessarily. It shows too much. I don't like that one very much. Some of these I don't quite get. Too much open work is not something I'm a fan of. I like these. My husband would never wear one with me. I can't tell if it's okay or not, but it's a hoodie, a hooded vest. And I'd probably put sleeves on it. I just don't get the whole idea of not having, oh, this is pretty. I like this. I'd probably make that just the way it is. So there's a couple of things in this magazine that I actually liked. I've decided that I'm not a real big fan of open work. I like more open work than she does, but I'm not a big open work person, and I prefer cables, closed work with, or closed work with some lace to moderate lace.
Right.
Your turn.
Yes, it is. And actually, I haven't opened this one yet. Oh, this one's one of the ones that came in. I know. I had to open. First, here's the set.
They can't even see it.
Well, that's because I'm going to pull it out.
They can't even see it. She's being a brat.
I'm sleepy.
You're always sleepy.
Well, sleepier than usual. I got up at 10:20. I don't do.
You went to bed early.
Yeah, but I'm still sleepy. It came with these cute novelty buttons. Can you say baby sweaters?
Put it up a little further. They're bumblebees and ladybugs. Aren't they adorable?
Free exclusive novelty buttons with my edition of Simply Knitting.
I think that's British, isn't it?
I think so.
I wanted to get a magazine like this for crochet. It had a beautiful crochet hook. I couldn't find one single pattern in it that would make it worth. It had to have at least one pattern to go with the hook to make it worth the $11.
I bought this for the buttons. I'll be quite honest. I've never seen any patterns.
But the thing is that you had 2 sets of 6 buttons.
Yeah.
For me, one hook was not worth $11. I had to be able to at least find one pattern.
Yeah. I mean, I could make the baby hats. I guess.
She bought this one sight unseen.
Yes.
Heck, I almost would have I would consider buying it for the buttons, and I don't knit. Not much,
Yeah.
Ooh, Simply Crochet. I wonder if that's the one I had picked up.
It could be.
That had the needle, the hook, I mean.
I don't know. Doesn't look like the cover, but.
Yeah. Well, that's not necessarily the cover, because
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that, see if I can get a hold of it.
Let's see.
My husband laughed and said, "Oh, we haven't gotten these, so we have to look at it. You don't have it, so you have to get it." He just doesn't quite get that.
It's okay.
It's okay. He lets us do what we want.
He was not put on his birthday gift.
And he lets us get what we want.
Oh, that is so weird.
Yes.
He made
Wig.
hair.
Yeah. I like the front sweater.
Yeah, that is kind of cute. The front sweater. But it's very loose, much looser than I would like it. I would have to adjust it significantly. So there's not a whole lot in the way of patterns, maybe the baby thing, but the buttons are worth it. So that's this one.
And I just had, you done with that?
Yeah.
I just had one last. This is one I got from Martin. I got to the checkout and Lay said to the guy next to her, the other checkout person, "I told you there was one with Christmas stuff." This is the holiday 2013 for Crochet World. And normally I do not get things that are holiday related. I just don't. I love this. I want to make this for Elizabeth and James's baby. I think it's so cute. Let's see, this is cute. We do mostly religious for the nativity and all that kind of stuff for Christmas, but I could put this up for winter, and that would be fun. Placemats and things like that. I want to make stockings. I haven't told my husband yet because I'm still determining how to make socks. But I want to make him a new one. I want to make us new ones because ours are just decrepit. They're falling apart, and I want new ones. And I don't want to buy new ones. And there are 3 different patterns in here for them. Here's another one. And this one looks like I could probably make it because I think it's flat and sewn together. I'm not sure because I haven't read the pattern.
And on the other hand, have no real desire to make Christmas stockings.
I think this one is so pretty.
Oh, could you? That's definitely more.
This is more decorative.
Decorative, because you couldn't put anything in that.
Well, not without it being seen, unless you put like tissue paper or something around it. Oh, I like this one too. I like this one. I forgot there was this one here. Even without the snowflakes, I like the colors and I like the way it's. Yeah, the shaping is nice. I'm not a big fan of the ornament covers, but my husband wants me to do a tree skirt. So there's this one that I looked at, and that's kind of nice.
I like that one. That one's probably my favorite. Now, granted, I probably like the colors. That's probably why.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't like the idea of doing piecework. This one is really, really nice. I like it. I want to show you. I don't know if you can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah. This is actually a pretty good issue. I like this one. I have not had a lot of experience with this magazine, so I don't know how well written the patterns are, but some of these patterns are really nice. There's some snowflakes in here. I know that when Knit Pearl Girl died, I think was that when she passed away, they did a bunch of snowflakes for the family. I think that was what it was.
I think you're right.
And there are a lot of patterns in here. They even have a section on greeting cards. Oh, I love this. This is the other thing that sold me on this magazine. I like that. And it's very pretty. I would probably make this either in a red or in a green, just for the Christmas season.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some toys, and this is the baby thing, and here's the rest of you had the knitting baby, now here's the crochet baby, a bigger picture of what I was
The baby is crocheted?
The baby is crocheted, yes. Look at the hand.
That's very well done for crochet.
Yes.
You can hardly even tell the baby's crocheted.
Yes.
Ooh, I love these. I want.
These are great.
I'm perfectly capable of crocheting, but I'm just looking at Mom going, I want.
Yes, as soon as I figure out how to make it.
As if I couldn't make them myself, but I'm still just like, Mom, I love you.
Yes, I know what she wants.
Perfectly capable of folding and hooking and crocheting myself. Still gonna look all pathetic and smile.
This I want to make. I don't know when I'm going to have the chance. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I guess there it goes. The angel in there. I like that a lot. And I think it's a throw because it's on a bed. So
my comfort level of crochet has gone down a lot. Partially because I just don't crochet as much. I don't enjoy it as much.
I love crocheting. I love knitting too. It's just I'm getting to my comfort zone with the crochet. I mean, I'm knitting, but
I need to make sure that I don't
lose it.
Yeah. It's just I don't enjoy it as much.
Well, we have different. We have the same kind of color schemes that we like, kind of reverse. We like the same kind of projects, sort of. But her comfort is more in knitting, and mine is more in crocheting, and we're both trying to maintain some degree of proficiency in both.
Mm-hmm.
So that's this. I'm done.
Okay, me turn. Okay.
I forgot how many you had.
The Knitter. Ooh, free. 2-in-1 lace wrap pattern. I did not read that. What sold me on this is it has Elizabeth Zimmerman in here, and just by the look on top, the sweater patterns look good. So let me open this. These a lot of these ones, the wrapping I bought sight unseen. I just really like. I look like I might like that kind of thing. Okay, so first let's see what came with it. Oh, hey, look, that's
Oh, that's pretty.
And that's also the lace weight.
Oh, I don't like lace weight.
That's most definitely a lace weight.
Yes. Oh, guess what I want her to make with my yarn that I gave her.
Who says it's your yarn?
My yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow, that's intricate.
So
oh, that is beautiful. Is it more than one length high, or is it just one?
I don't know. Let's see. It's called Angel Wings.
Very appropriate.
This slowly still can be transformed by the way you wear it. The longer edge at the bottom. Yeah, luckily it's adjustable. There's different sizes.
Oh wow, that's the first time I've seen a shawl that's actually sized. I mean, I've seen shawls that are big and small and all that, but this actually gives you to fit bust or to fit
an actual bottom length.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
But yes,
very pretty.
That's the extra pattern. Here's the actual the Knitter magazine. And I think this is from, the knitter.co.uk, so this is a British magazine. Well, let's take a look and see.
Ooh, that's a pretty sweater.
This is the one on the front.
Careful, that one too much.
I'd like it. I think this might be the Sasha Coggin. That's kind of pretty. I probably like the colors more than anything else. Oh, it's not actually a pattern.
Well, that's pretty.
Prairie
like
Sunset by Sarah Hatton. That's this one right here.
Yeah, I don't care for the color, but I like the pattern.
Okay, this one I'm going to make fun of. That's ridiculous. Maybe someone would like that, but it's ridiculous. Oh, talk about a block lace. Very nice. I will have to take advantage of that. The Knitter Masterclass. I guess I'll have to keep an eye on this at our bookstore. If they keep selling this, I'll just pick this other issue because they have information on how to block lace and in association with Knit Pro for those who love to knit. Let's see. Ooh, why do they tend to me summer yarn?
I just found recently on Ravelry a yarn with a cotton, I think it's a cotton blend, or maybe it's just a cotton. It's supposed to be very soft, so I went looking it up. It's a not exactly. Maybe it's a gradient, but it's a very subtle.
Careful though, if it's cotton, it'll stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think it would make it look fat.
I think it depends on how she's standing kind of funny.
It just bunches really weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would make it look fat.
Delphina.
So there's definitely possibilities in here.
So to remember that double crochet means.
This is knitted.
Oh, that's right. They have the same issues with the.
Not that I want. Now this is kind of cute. Miss Kitty. For Louisa Harden. And you can barely see how cute.
I'm surprised you like that, considering it's not very well fitted.
I actually kind of like it. It's cute. I don't know why I like it. It's cute.
And it's
I think because it has the wide section here to draw attention here, and all the straight lines.
Yeah.
To de-emphasize the hips, but still very pretty. I like that.
Oh.
But yes, there are options in here, which is nice. So the knitter. Okay, this is my other British one.
I think it's the last one, or is it?
I have a book after this one.
Okay.
Oh, and this comes with a free book as well as free buttons. So this is Knit Today.
We used to live in England. I used to love going to the
Weigh and Save.
The Weigh and Save and the newsagents, because you could get a magazine and you'd get a free CD or free buttons or free whatever, and they don't do that as much here in the States. But
No,
in England, we used to get all kinds of neat stuff like that with the magazines.
So these are motifs if you wanted to add it to your plain stockinette. It's just book full of motifs.
It's like cross stitching. It looks like.
Well, no, you know you're stockinette piece. You just add your motif wherever.
Well, yeah, but how do you add it? Do you add it with the
while you're knitting it?
Oh, while you're knitting it. Okay.
And then here are the free buttons it came with.
This is pretty.
So it's just about a sweater's worth, which is awesome.
How many are there? 6, 8?
Yes, 6. So Knit Today. Again, I bought it mostly for the buttons.
I like the sweater on the front.
The sweater on the front is cute.
I don't like the V on it, but
yeah, I do like the V on it. Well, you wear something underneath, and it's cute. It's flattering.
It's what?
Flattering.
Yes.
It is. So I like that. That's cute. Looks like it's comfortable too.
Mm. If I ever got to that point, I think I'd round the collar out a little bit. That's pretty.
I'll show you what Mom likes. Mom likes that.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Pretty color too, kind of teal.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah, we're not very interesting at this particular point in time because we're looking through the book for the first time. We apologize for that.
So that was probably the big draws of this one. There was that front pattern and the buttons. I mean, there's a couple baby things in here, but in all reality, it was the front sweater and the buttons. This one.
This is cool.
This one is pure awesome. Creative Cables, 25 innovative designs from Debbie Bliss, Rialto Yarns. This front one is awesome. So I am on a cable addiction.
Pretty.
Don't care for that one.
I like the other one that we saw before that.
When you get to, I do like the zipper in the back though.
Reminds me of a wedding dress.
Yeah.
We got these when we took my husband out for his birthday.
And we got books. I like that. That's really cute. Let's see. Good, and this has some good sizing options. Some of the sweaters, I get frustrated. I had to do adjustments too because they sized it too big for my size. And like even small is when I had to size down. Unless I wanted it to be positive ease. Like this one, the small size is 42, which bums me out. I'd have to adjust. Now, it looks like it's supposed to be fairly loose, but that would be ginormous on me if I did 42.
Who was it that I already mentioned it? Who had problems with that? Was it Jenna? No, I forget who it was I was listening to that said something about that. She had Denise, I think it was, who was doing the wrong size for the pattern until she realized.
Well, they're simply not an option sometimes.
Yeah, well, she had not taken something into account, and then she took it to flatter or whatever it was. I'm not sure if it was Denise or not. Maybe taking her name in vain. That's pretty. I like that, Cal.
I think this is cute. Awful lot of work for a little girl sweater, though, because a little girl will go out of it a lot quicker than.
Well, if you make it like, I think it's Megan who's saying, you make it for a dress, and then or maybe it was in a pattern. I thought you make it for a dress,
yeah.
and then they grow into it as a little shirt.
There is a pattern for that.
Yeah,
this is kind of cool. Not my usual style, but that's cool. That's like a comfortable around the house kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm having page turning difficulties.
You can be pointed. You need to be pricked with pointy sticks.
I think not.
My pointy sticks are busy right now.
Haha. Let's see. Almost here. Ooh, this one's kind of cute. I like this one here. I want to make this one soon.
Not in red. That's really pretty in that kind of sage or whatever that is.
It is pretty.
Green, whatever.
Even though I don't see myself ever making cable socks, those are pretty. Yes, there are other things besides sweaters in here. I just tend to show all the sweaters.
She's a one-track mind.
That has the antler pattern here.
Huh.
Okay. It's not the... Oh, wow, it's really fun. I pick out antlers everywhere now.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing that different sweaters have the pattern that's right here on the antlers on them, and it makes me giggle to find them sprinkled throughout the pattern. Because I'm like, I know exactly how you made that. Haha.
I are smart. SMRT.
Now, this is meant for a guy. I like it personally myself.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too big for me, but
Pretty.
yeah. The small size is 41.5.
It reminds me of what Darren said. He was trying to measure for the bus.
Yeah. No, he had to measure for shaping, and he's like, oh,
I don't need shaping. Yeah.
And he stopped paying attention in the middle of the class.
Yeah. That made me laugh.
Because he was like one of two guys in that whole...
Yeah, it just made me laugh.
I like this. This is pretty. Because I'm going to have to start making some pullovers as well as the cardigans. Just to add some variety to my closet. And this is the cover sweater. I think it's almost all of them. Yep, that is.
I don't really want to make cardigans unless I'm sure they're like fingering weight, because I get...
Not cardigans, on pullovers.
I mean pullovers, because I get hot. And I don't... I guess we're done?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but we are running over an hour. Oops.
Sorry.
Did I do that?
Yes, you did. It wasn't me.
So we showed way too much stuff, talked for way too long, and you're probably looking at this podcast before you open it and being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to carve out a good section of my day just to watch this. So,
But we like visiting with you.
yes, we do.
So,
without any further ado,
we will let you go. Please take part in our, if you have our Panhook and Needles yarn, please remember to post your whips, because we are counting both whips and FOs when we do the little drawing.
And you can post progress for the whips as long as you make progress once a week.
Right.
And
FOs whenever.
FOs whenever.
And it will be open, I think we said, until the end of September.
Yeah, I think that's what we
So
said.
we have a little break before the toy lawn.
And I'll be posting my picture to our thread as soon as it is done.
Yes, and feel free to chatter. Everything counts except our posts.
Yes.
So.
And, well, chatter. Chatter doesn't count.
Right.
We'll just keep doing the
generator.
The number generator until we get something that counts. Because I like people chattering within the thread.
Yeah. And we want people to see what you think. Sometimes people want to say something about the project, and they're pressed for time, or they don't want to go to the other thread, or whatever. So you can just post what you think about it, how much you like it.
We want people to talk.
Yeah, talk. We want people to talk.
Alrighty, well, that'd be it.
So here, I'm in the middle here with Lindsay, but I need my, there. So, without any further ado, this is Pen, Hook, and Needles. We wish you a happy week, and have fun knitting and crocheting. This is episode 61. That's a wrap.